what's his name? Heard him say, are you shitting me? Lord, and I feel just the same. He speaks his mind about that asinine asshole in our house. Yeah, John Boudreaux, he likes to call it out. Yes, he does. Well, there's a blue dot down in Texas, that Texas heaven knew. There's a blue dot family in the USA, and all over this world. Yeah, there's a blue dot family.
Hello, family. Baby, it is Wednesday night. I am terribly sorry. I have to apologize for not making the family meeting last night. Funny little story I'll tell you. If y'all remember correctly, I had bragged that, hey, I went on the HEB online thing and I made my grocery list out and I put everything I needed on there. Eggs. I have been weeks without eggs, and I was just waiting on these eggs, baby. I got there. It said pick up Tuesday at between 6 and 6:30. I got there at 6 o'clock, baby. I'm waiting. I'm dreaming of breakfast in the morning. Well, a young lady come out there and said, are you Mr. Bridebacks? Well, of course I am. Well, Mr. Bridevaux, after I correct her, Bridevaux, that's fine. Your pickup is next Tuesday. Next Tuesday? Yeah, my pickup time is next Tuesday. So we're sitting there. The groceries I thought I was going to get, I did not have. And the money I spent for the groceries is already gone. And so, baby, let's go in the grocery store and get what we can. Oh, my God, there's nothing left hardly on the damn shelves. It looked like a war zone in there. Had been through there. But we got what we could. But it was a long line to get out. And I didn't get home till damn near 8 o'clock. And then I ate. And then I just too damn tired. So I apologize for that. Every once in a while, shit just goes wrong and it just makes your whole day go. But I want to thank everybody for showing up. And the first one to show in, it's showtime, baby. Showed up. Stephanie Dean is here. We need to have a little talk about this Jay Clayton shit going on here. Anyway, Stephanie Dean's here. Dana Rain's here. Carmen Helfenstein, I'm sorry, dear. Joy Peters, Dina Michaels, Monica Burns, baby. How are you doing? I like my chicken cold, too. I mean, hot, cold. What is it? It's chicken. It's fried chicken. You eat it when it's hot and when you pull it out of the refrigerator. You eat it. It's cool. Dorothy Tyndall, thank you for showing up. Karen Van Wyck is here. Oddly Wired, Judy, Bill Jones, Carmen Santana. We appreciate all y'all coming in. But I am terribly sorry I missed yesterday's show. Y'all weren't near as disappointed as I was to look up there and say, no eggs, no eggs. Nope.
What was the one thing I told you before you left?
Don't get your hopes up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but something I didn't notice. I just looked down at the
If
app and said,
it's too good to be true,
yeah. Well,
it is.
that's I put the order in 4 days in advance. They said Tuesday. I didn't look at the date. I just seen Tuesday. Oh, great, Tuesday. Next Tuesday.
Well, you learned that lesson the hard way.
Yes, I did. So,
but for the record,
another week later, we'll have eggs.
Yeah, another week.
Another week. We'll survive.
Yeah.
And
I mean, we've been okay.
The feed place is going to have chicks for sale on Friday. They're going to have chicks in.
Really?
Yeah, so I might go down there and buy me some few chicks. And
well, I mean, we've been talking about doing that anyway, but boy, we need to make the chicken coop for them beforehand.
Well, we're going to have to keep them in a little cage until they get bigger anyway. Logistics, we'll figure that shit out. Don't worry about it. Anyway, I'm so glad Whoa, we got a full room, Bert, baby. Well, let's get to going on. Let me go down the list and introduce everybody, and then we'll come by. We're going to have Benjamin Stroud is in the room. Our own Bernadette.
Hello.
Bill Jones is in the room. Budman, Daphne Batty, Dennis Valadez, and Catman 56, our own Keith up there in Minneapolis. How are y'all doing this evening?
Not too bad.
I'm good.
Good.
I'm breathing.
That's the best thing we can say. We're all breathing. Well, you know, if the Republicans have their way.
Yeah, I'm a grandparent. Put me out here.
Yeah, ain't that some shit? That is some terrible shit. That's what my rant. I did a rant today. I hope you got to see it, and that was the theme of it, because my own lieutenant governor, Dan Patrick, originated the thought when he was on Tucker Carlson's show, and he was talking about how grandparents would not mind sacrificing themselves, literally dying, to save the economy. And then it got picked up by a bunch of other idiots down the list that started the same thing. You know how desperate this shit is when your government, when people are suggesting, hey, you know, you're old anyway. We could use that respirator somewhere else, you know. And all the while, like this Glenn Beck asshole, the old teabagger that's still hanging on, he was talking the same smack while sitting at home doing his show while he social distances. Are you shitting me? Get your ass up, go to work, asshole. What's a little death there compared to your country's economy, asshole? Anyway, Bernadette, what do you think, baby? Think they're worried about you?
Oh, I think it's all a Democratic hoax, right?
Oh, it is.
What you
It's a
got to be
plan,
scared of?
baby. It's a plan.
And that's a good question, John. Why ain't your ass in your office?
Well, that's what my question to Dan Patrick, my lieutenant governor. You're suggesting this. Let me see. How old is he? Oh, Dan is, where's my note there? Where's Dan? Dan is,
In his 70s.
he is 70 years old, Dan. You know, a leader is one that leads his people, who inspire his people, not only by their words, but by their actions. So if that is your plan, baby, have at it. Demonstrate how we supposed to do this here.
Yeah, you be first.
Yeah, go first. Be a leader in your group, man. You know, in the same way, Brett Hume on his show, he's 76 years old, and he says it's...
Yeah, show us how to do that shit.
Yeah, he says it's entirely reasonable that the elderly should want to die to save the economy. That's what Brett Hume said on Fox News. And then Glenn...
Ain't he old too?
Yes, he's 76 years old.
Yeah, but see, here's the
And how
thing.
old
They're
is
not
the president?
Yeah.
they're not aiming for themselves to die for the economy. They
No.
want you to die for the economy. That's the way it goes.
No, wait, because I got another question. How old is dumbass Trump?
Let me figure that out.
Well, let me tell you something. One thing I'm really proud of the Democrats for, and this was the big
Yes.
stickler. You know, every time a Republican, Mitch McConnell, came out there and speak his shit, well, that's them evil Democrats that are holding up the money for the American people, and they're evil, and they want everybody to die, and that's why they're doing it. The reason it was held up for so long was the $500 billion slush fund that Donnie wanted, and it was called the, forgot what it was called. Shit, I got it written down in last month's book. Anyway.
The little people fund.
Yeah, it's the $500 billion that Donnie wants to be able to distribute to whoever he wants. Steve Mnuchin will be in charge of this fund. They originally, the Republicans, wanted a 6-month waiting list, waiting time, to tell the American people where the money went. 6 months. And the Democrats whittled that down to 72 hours. And there was one other piece that got put in there that there is a guarantee that none of this money will end up in the hands of any Trump family member, any Trump property, any Trump enterprise, any cabinet members' business, pretty much a lockdown, because we know there are thieves in the house, you know, like locking the silverware up from the thieves. They're having to put in guidelines. and the Republicans are not happy with it. You know.
You know what, John?
Poor
I
baby.
think
Yeah.
every Democratic senator who was in the Senate that voted that shit down, I watched. Because had that twit made off with $5 billion that belonged to us, we know what he would have did with it.
Well, we don't have to look back. All we have to do is look back to 2008 when the financial crisis hit, and we bailed them out without strings attached, and they bought stock back. They gave the bonuses to executives. And by the way, on this package, I understand there is a 1 week waiting period before a company can give an executive bonus. 1 week, huh?
Boy.
Wow.
Shit.
How long is it until
Let-
we can potentially get a
Let's
check?
hope they don't get
May.
corona in
Yeah.
the meantime.
Yeah. Now, you know, this is what bothers me so much, is that this package, this $2 trillion package to save our economy, is basically based on the stock market, that we can't let the stock market go down. And these corporations, just like in 2008, we have to save these corporations. And it flies in the face of everything else the Republicans talk about. When they talk about handing you that $1,200, you stinking thing, get out and go work for it. Are you lazy? As a matter of fact, one of them, who said it? Senator said, Lindsey Graham and them are saying that these checks will make Americans lazy. Oh, such faith our lawmakers have in their constituents.
Yes, because
Over a buck.
Lady Lindsay would know what lazy is.
Yes, I'm telling you. You know, it's ignorant comments like that. This is Donnie was on TV,
But
and as far
You
as I know,
what,
he's still
Don?
there.
John,
Yeah.
John, it's comments like that people should be upset about because it's you he's calling lazy.
Yes, he's you. If you get a check, they're
You.
calling you lazy.
You that's
It's gonna
gonna
make
get
you lazy
maybe
bum. Do you hear them
$1,200
talking that kind of talk about the corporations? About airlines or cruise
Do you
company?
hear-
No. Oh, we have to save them. Save them. They're going to have to go out there and sink their ship because they'll
Well,
go out of
hold up.
business.
Hold up. The
Shit.
senators all got to sell their stocks before anybody
Yeah.
even knew that they was getting
It's-
word on this.
The senators and congressmen should not be allowed to have stock. They shouldn't. You are a
Period.
public servant. You should be up there. That's what you tell everybody. You're doing it because of the country needs your ass. Then don't invest in the stock market. Be content with whatever the freaking pay is, which is plenty. But no,
Yeah.
that's why we don't have a single one in the House or the Senate that isn't a millionaire. You know, you're not a
And then
congressman
to
or
top that
senator.
off,
Yeah.
when they're done being president and congressman and senator, guess what? They still get paid.
Yes, they're going to be paid for the rest of
because
their life.
they become lobbyists.
Yes.
They become lobbyists after that.
Yes, because they know how to write the laws and all the ins and outs. So that's exactly where you go. That's right, Bernadette. It is. It's. I'm so tired over my lifetime of watching this happen. I remember Reagan and the savings and loan crisis back there. It seems to me like there are an awful lot of wealthy people that walk out smelling like a freaking rose, baby. You think that stock market dropped? When that market dropped, those rich people up there at the top, they just pulled their money out, sold the stock, baby. As soon as they got a whiff of the shit.
Oh yeah.
Stock market drops, those
And-
stocks go down. Oh, there's going to be a bailout. Let me buy those stocks back at a cheap price and watch them suckers climb as soon as they get government money. That is the
And
way the
make
system
money
works.
all over
All over again, baby.
again.
Off the same stock. That's what we're in. 90% of the stock is owned by 10% of the wealth. You know, you can see how the game is played regardless of what.
And we paid them to be senators.
Yes.
They got health
Oh, yeah.
care.
Oh,
They
what-
could fucking get tested for this shit. They could
And
get
they
a
did,
fucking
I'm
treatment
sure.
for this shit. And that bill will be paid. But you
Yep.
go and you get tested if you can find one. And don't, God forbid, you get a fucking treatment.
You know, I
for
think
this
they could have
because-
handled this.
You'll wish you died.
I think they could have handled this with a whole lot less money if they had concentrated on the two things that the people need. One, the people need money, and two, the hospitals, the triage units that are going to have to be set up. They keep showing that line in New York of the people that are waiting in line outside to get into the emergency room. These are people that already have symptoms. They're trying to get treatment, tested. They're in line at the emergency room. You know, that they say we are 3 weeks away from the peak of this. At last I seen, we lost 185 people today. You know, this is no time, and Donnie is yet still this evening bouncing around out there talking about it's all going to be over. He wants people back to work by next week. Think about that.
ASAP.
Excuse me, next week. He thinks people should be back at work. As we have not even reached the apex yet. As more and more people are identified as carriers or have the disease, we haven't hit the peak yet, baby. And he wants to shove people out there to save his ass. And I got news for y'all. This is really going to hurt because, hello, Paulette, all the way from Long Island, New York, baby. Paulette Pacifico. Anyway, what was I going to say?
I don't know, but we got a whole room of people here that have
I
joined
know
us
it.
tonight, and
I'm
we're
sorry.
going all over the place. So I'm going to start off by just asking people, what is their neck of the woods like during this
I'm sorry.
crisis? So, like, Dennis, how's San Antonio looking right now?
Oh, who cares what Dennis has to say?
Shut up!
You should listen to me.
Shut your
I'm-
mouth and let's get the show moving. God damn it!
I'm sorry, Dennis. Go ahead, buddy. I'm on a.
How's it, John? Travis?
Hey, man.
We're
Seriously though, because we just finally got our first 10 cases here in Corpus, so
Yeah.
I'm mildly
Yeah.
curious to know what our neighbors are like.
Thank you
They tightened
for
the
saving me.
we're not in lockdown yet, but they tightened restrictions on businesses and stuff like that. Yes, last night, midnight.
Gotcha.
What's the
So-
count in San Antonio? Do you know?
I don't know what it is as of today.
Yeah, I know San Antonio. They were, coming on the news talking about it. It shut down Riverwalk and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we actually just put out the judge, I forgot her name. She just came out and said they just put in a stay-at-home order for Corpus Christi. So they're limiting what we can do, but we can still go out and get groceries and all that other shit. So it's
Lone Wolf says he has 2 cases within 30 miles of him.
that's creepy.
Well, he's at an undisclosed location, so we can't tell you where that
Yeah.
is. But
Yeah, don't know where
Either
that
way,
is,
it doesn't
but
matter. It's
Yeah.
like they're 30
Yeah.
miles away from us, and it's creepy.
Brian Champagne says Louisiana is on lockdown, and the talk now is it's been a couple of weeks since Mardi Gras, and New Orleans is getting hit with big numbers. It's 2 weeks and all that kind of stuff. You can see how the game was played.
Yeah.
So it's going to be big in
Yep.
Louisiana and
Here in
other-
Minnesota, we're also on the lockdown starting this Friday.
Yeah, I was actually just about to ask you, Keith, because it's been a while since we've heard from
Yeah.
you. So we're glad to hear. I'm assuming you're in good health and doing all right.
It's good.
Good.
Just staying in the house and get a little exercise and listen to you guys.
Oh,
Ah,
I'm sorry.
yeah, you got to find better entertainment, my friend.
Oh,
Good thing we're not on all day. Your day would be ruined. But
We're at
Anyway.
69, John.
what's that?
69 cases, 2 deaths.
In San Antonio,
Damn.
69 and 2 deaths in San Antonio. This is it's going to hit a lot of areas. We're not there yet. We're just getting started.
Judy from the chat says we had 10 cases in Oklahoma about 10 days ago. Now we have 110.
Jesus Christ.
That's a pretty good sized jump.
Yeah. Daphne, what about your area? What's it looking like up there?
Let's see. Kim Reynolds, the governor, is second. Iowa is under equivalent of stay-at-home order, and 145. Nobody has died.
Damn, that's a little big
So-
number.
Yeah.
145.
Yeah.
Brian Champagne said we have 1,864 dead. Boy, howdy.
Mm,
That's a lot.
yes.
Yeah. This,
One-
look. Candy 2 in Newfoundland, they are arresting people who do not self-isolate and fining them up to $2,500.
At some point, if they're out doing something they're not supposed to be doing and it's unnecessary, I kind of have a hard time blaming the authorities for doing such at this point.
Yeah. Well, if there's a lockdown ordered,
I mean, we look at Italy, right?
Oh,
and
it's
we
terrible.
really, that's terrifying.
when
And-
they're using ice rinks as mortuaries,
Yeah.
that's not good. So, it's best to take it serious, and we have a president that really, how do I say it? Doesn't give a shit.
No.
John I. Fly just donated $5 through Super Chat and said Trump would love to get rid of the seniors just to get the economy back up, especially the stock market. Hang in there, Blue Dots. So saith John I. Fly, buddy. I thank you very much. We appreciate that, bub. And Keith McLean
listen to
subscribe.
this, John.
What's that?
This guy lost both of his grandparents in the past 24 hours. He says life comes at you fast. Two beautiful souls that loved each other through 65 years of
65
marriage.
years.
Kids, 18 grandkids. With an enduring relationship with God. R.I.P. B and Papa.
That is
Oh my
devastating.
That's pitiful.
It's like that Italian family that we heard about
Yes.
where it was like 4 of them got sick back
Yeah.
to back to back.
A bunch of them died.
I don't even want to know, like,
Four
that just
died.
hurts.
including the mother, and
Yeah.
three
Yeah.
of the other three were in critical condition in the hospital.
Mm-mm.
Pitiful.
Velda's telling me that I need to be recycled, Travis.
Okay, hang on, I got you.
Okay, we got to recycle
Thanks.
Bernadette. It's
Bud
the-
man, how's everything in your neck of the woods? Is everything all right?
Everything's not very quiet. You go out in the street, you're out there by yourself, pretty much.
No, that's
Yeah.
good.
Good.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's excellent.
Social distancing seems to be the thing nowadays.
Even though we've been doing
Yeah.
that forever.
Didn't know we were such trendsetters.
Yeah, I know, right? We have it easy because we've been used to it for so long,
Yeah.
and now everybody staying at home. It's like, well, shit, it doesn't feel any different to me right now.
No, because we don't.
You got a
Body
you
all
got
the
a
time anyway.
message from
Go out there and
Miss Novat in the YouTube chat.
Uh-huh.
He says, John and Travis, due to Colorado's stay-at-home orders, sending the Navy ship to help you is delayed until I can figure out when I can safely send it.
Well,
Nah.
your health and stuff, Miss Nomad,
Yeah,
comes
just being
first.
here.
So
Yeah.
and just being here,
Just
hanging
being
out.
here,
that's-
hanging out. That's good. That's
Yeah.
good.
No
Don't-
need to
don't-
put yourself at risk at
Don't
all.
put any. Don't nobody put themselves at risk trying to mail me something.
Yeah,
Shit.
for real.
Yeah.
Bill
Yeah, don't
Jones,
do
how
that.
about your neck of the woods? Everything good? Everything like what's it looking like up there?
How you doing, Travis?
I'm doing pretty fair. Just
Good.
practicing
Anyway,
this
quick
self-quarantine.
rundown. I got three quick things as far as numbers. State of North Carolina is now just short of 200 cases. It's like 187. Handful of deaths, like 7. In the county, we have 45 cases, and a week ago there were 3. So it's multiplying.
Ooh. Yeah.
You don't have to look far to see how the numbers jump quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
just
look at,
what was it? 2 days
New
ago or a
York.
day ago? We had 1.
Yeah.
Now we have 10.
Yep.
So
New York a week ago had 5,000. Now they have 30,000 cases.
Yeah.
oof.
I mean, that's crazy.
That is.
Yeah.
These heavy populated areas are going to get hit hard.
I will
Yep.
say that
Yeah.
the numbers of cases that are out there, like
Right.
they don't surprise me because I always kind of assumed a lot of people were going to get sick from the very beginning.
Yeah.
It's the death count
Right.
that I'm paying attention to and terrified of
Yeah.
going higher
Yeah.
because I'm hoping
And-
we can beat
and,
this shit.
and that death count crosses all different demographics. It's not just old people that are dying.
No.
Kids
Mm-mm.
are dying.
No.
Young
Yep,
kids are
yep.
dying. There was a 17-year-old here in California that just recently passed away. Little kids are dying. 30-year-olds are dying. People are dying all over the place. And we have what we have for leadership in this country.
Mm-mm-mm.
A
Travis,
fucking
let me throw
narcissist
in.
and
Let me
a
throw in 2
potted-
things real quick.
Yeah,
What's
what's
that?
up?
2 things real quick. One, Travis, about a week or so ago, I told you I was waiting on a package to send you.
Right.
Well, it came in on Saturday, and Monday morning, I put it in the mail, and you're supposed to be getting a package tomorrow. So when
Oh,
you get it,
well.
let me know.
Oh, cool. Well, I appreciate it,
Outstanding.
but please don't
Yeah.
put. Well, I hope you didn't put yourself at risk putting something in the mailbox or something like that because.
No. We have a thing at our post office. You have to go outside. You buzz a deal. They come out, take your stuff, take it in, come back
Excellent.
out, and hand you your card.
Well, I
So
will.
it's pretty cool.
That's a good deal. I will let you know ASAP then when we get it. I'm sure me and Dad are gonna have to go to town tomorrow.
Well,
anyway.
our mailman
Anyway.
Bear
Yeah.
has been kind enough to tell us when mail comes, so we can go down there and get it. Bear, if you're listening, thank you very much, buddy.
For real.
Yeah.
You're helping
I
us
know
save
there's a lot of
gas.
people trying to get on, but I got one more thing. I wanted to let you know that I finally got off my butt and joined Patreon today at the producer level. So
Well-
it's glad to be a full-fledged member now.
We appreciate it tremendously. Our Patreon members are one of the big things that really keeps us on the air and being able to keep going, and it has this whole time.
But then keep in mind, because right now we can't state it enough. Times are rough right
Times
now.
are rough.
So
If
if
you-
you have
if
to
you
stop
have
our
to say-
subscription,
Yeah.
it won't hurt our feelings.
It's not going to hurt our feelings, and
because
your
we-
name will not
Yeah.
be removed from the list. So
No.
we're going to try to keep
I
that.
understand. I just wanted to let you know I finally got off my butt. So.
Yeah, well,
Well, it's a good thing you got off your butt anyway. You was sitting around on your butt too much there, Bill.
he deserves a gong for
No,
that.
wait. Thank you,
There we
Bill
go.
Jones. We appreciate it.
And now,
very
really
much.
quick, before we
worries.
go any further, I want to make sure Benjamin Stroud and his neck of the woods are doing all right. How about it, Ben? Everything good?
Yes, and I got some numbers for you guys.
Alrighty.
As of yesterday, the whole entire Kansas City metro on both sides, my county and Kansas and Kansas City, Missouri, has been put on a stay-at-home order.
Right. Okay.
Okay, Wyandotte County, Kansas numbers is 27, 2 deaths, 0 recovered, active 25. Kansas City, Missouri is at 43, 0 deaths, 0 recovered, 43. And Johnson County, Kansas is at 44, 1 death, 0 recovered, active 43.
So you're around in the 40 number range in your general
I'm
area.
in
people.
Johnson County, Kansas, so I'm right in the thick of it.
Yeah.
This is not the time for our dear glorious leader to be up there promoting everybody to get back out on the street. It's just not.
Yeah.
It's irresponsible of him. It's
Our
ignorance.
governor already said that she's not going to listen to the president, and
Good.
she's not going to open up stuff on Easter.
Because right
Wait till
now,
they start giving tests.
yeah, this Easter thing. If you listen to my rant, my belief and why that is. I want to thank Diana Mallory for donating $5 through Super Chat, and she said 15,000 tested for coronavirus in Ohio, 704 confirmed cases, and 10 deaths. I don't want to hit it too hard for 10 deaths. That's pitiful,
Damn.
and it's sad, because we know it's going to go up, and he's out there spouting this bullshit.
You know, you were mentioning something earlier about we could have saved money, if we started, putting the money in the pockets of Americans a long time ago and
Right.
all that other shit. We would have saved a lot more money had we taken the threat seriously from the very beginning,
Yeah.
Because what's sad is the government even made me think at first, well, we've had big pandemics before.
Yeah, it's not.
It's
a
like
hoax.
we got people to take care of it. We'll be fine. I'm not going to be concerned. And boy, have I never felt so wrong and so let down by such things. And
Travis,
yeah,
Travis, you have to realize what happened. What happened was, in Trump's budget, money for rural hospitals, for the CDC, for the National Institute of Health, for things like the EPA, science, every science thing that has to do with the government, things like that got cut by this fucker.
yeah.
And then you wait, because when he started his tariff wars, all these products, these personal protection equipment products, were on the list of China
Yes.
tariffs.
Yeah.
Okay? Trump did this shit. Trump knew it was happening when it was happening in fucking China.
The first test.
But he don't take his daily briefings, remember?
Oh no, he don't like that shit. He ain't got
This
time
is
for that
on his head.
He's got-
every last single one of these deaths from this shit in this country is on his hands.
It's true.
and his
Well,
hands alone.
he-
He has been the most incompetent shithead running this fucking country since he got in that damn office.
Tell me how
And
you really
he
feel, Bernadette.
needs
Don't hold
to
back, darling.
go.
You're amongst family here. You can let go here. You can tell us your true feelings. You don't have to hold back. Anyway, let me catch
This
up here.
is his fault. He knew about
It
this
is.
shit in
It
December.
is.
And what did he do?
We could have been
He
much
called
more
it a
prepared for this shit.
Democratic heart.
It was out. He used it at his rallies just the way he uses everything else. It's a game to him. This is
And the
a
press
ratings
was
thing to him.
No.
The stock market
This
is his
all
ratings,
about his fucking re-election.
Yeah,
And
that's
people are
exactly right,
dying
baby.
Because of this man.
and I'm
And I'm
concerned
gonna
about the
mute
election,
my
baby.
mic 'cause I'm fucking hot about this shit.
Woo, baby. Let's let Bernadette take a breath while I say Cat Gentis just donated $10 through Super Chat. So thank you very much, Cat. And Anthony Romero donated $10 through Super Chat and said, it's Rojo. It's Romy. I don't have it, but wait a minute. I'm sorry. Hold on. I got to get closer. Or you can read it. Read it.
It's row me row. I don't have it, but I'm under quarantine because I live in assisted living and none of us old people have it.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that, Anthony.
I
Stay.
got one more thing to say.
Huh.
One more thing. I got to
Anthony.
get this out. Fuck Trump.
And fuck Trump. And Anthony Romero, thank you very much, very much. And just for Bernadette, fuck Trump. Thank you very much. In an assisted living area, I know my brother is in one. He fell and broke his hip, had to have surgery, taken back to the assisted living area. I'm concerned about him every day as my other brother sits in quarantine. So, yep, baby, if it hadn't reached your family yet, it will. It will.
I got one for you.
What's that, Ben?
Lock Trump up and throw away the
Throw
fucking
the
key.
fucking key away. So
Amen.
saith Ben Stroud. Yes, get rid of his ass. Now I'm going to give you the depressing news of the day. His poll numbers haven't been higher. There you go, baby.
What?
His poll numbers haven't been. They love him. The right loves him for this shit. He's
Ah.
rescuing. As a matter of fact, just a minute ago, he was on TV and actually told the freaking reporter, "You wouldn't have a country if it wasn't for me." That's the words out of the president's mouth. Everybody before him was incompetent, and you wouldn't have a country if it wasn't for me. That's the bullshit that he is selling.
So out of touch.
And some
I
people
swear.
are buying his
Yes, they do because
You know what? And all those people that are buying his shit won't be around in November to vote for his ass.
No, a lot of them be sick when they go to his fucking rally and catch
Go to
coronavirus.
Go to church. And then when you go to the hospital and you can't get a respirator because they don't have one,
They don't.
we'll see how
I'll
much you
save
want to
you the
vote
trip.
for Trump's dumbass then.
I'll save the trip. They ain't got that. They don't have hand sanitizer, and they ain't got eggs. And that's
Damn it.
bothering me. I got to get chickens.
Credit of saving New York.
What's that, Keith?
Trump is trying to take credit for saving.
Yeah, I
New
believe
York.
that is President Como's
I like
deliverance
that, John.
there. Yeah, President Como, I think he's the one that can be applauded for the job that he's doing in New York City. And let there be no doubt that is what they're saying about him, because he does a press conference every morning. It's articulate, it's informative, it's got compassion, it's everything that you wish that babbling idiot that comes to the platform would have, but he doesn't. And anything he does say, he's reading all off the paper. And if he
Yeah, and
strays
he's
from
trying
that,
to make it his new plan that he's on
if he
every
strays off that
everybody's
paper,
TV
it goes to we're doing a lot of things, and
Mm-mm.
many people are saying and all that bullshit. He pulls crap out of his
It's
ass.
incredible.
It is. It's
You wouldn't
embarrassing.
believe it.
It's embarrassing. This is our president. He cannot articulate a shit-ass thing. You saw his tweets today. He is brokenhearted that Mitt Romney, he's happy beyond tears or whatever the fuck he said. He was making fun of Romney tested negative. So Romney doesn't have it, and Donnie just couldn't retain his happiness, being snide little shit that he is.
You know, Mnuchin is staying at the White House with Trumpy. He's staying in the LBJ room.
Who is?
They was talking, and then when Mnuchin was on the presidential Klan meeting they have daily,
Right.
Mnuchin was there, and he had to praise Trump, and thank you. We just, you're doing so much for the country, and
Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah, it's enough to make you sick.
John.
Yeah.
Marianne McLaughlin just stated that Trump Motor Company, and I had heard this earlier, is making respirators. Here's the thing about it, is that the car company is doing this on their own. They're retooling their company so that they can make respirators, so that they can come to the help of the American people out here who are in the hospitals and they need fucking respirators. That being said, the president of this country actually has the power to retool this whole entire fucking country to fight this shit, and he hasn't used it. Wow.
No. Now, before I explain my thoughts on this, Marianne McLaughlin, hello, darling. Marianne McLaughlin has written us a letter every month for I don't know how long, or years, I don't know. It is Marianne's life every month that me and Mama get. We enjoy that letter every month. We look for it. Like I said, there are several people we get mail from every month, and if that don't show up, I get nervous about them. Marianne McLaughlin is one of them. Paulette Hallback, if I don't hear from her, I worry about her. It is a list of, but Marianne McLaughlin, hello, dear. I hope your daddy's fine. Anyway, my thoughts.
Can I give a shout out?
Yes,
John
go ahead,
said
Bernadette.
Funny.
I would love to give a shout to Miss Deborah Gurr. I so hope you are recovering
I heard of that woman.
soon and well, and I love you, my dear. Get better and keep talking.
I've corresponded with her a little bit. She's in recovery and rehab. I saw her little video where she wasn't in the picture, but her hands were. I saw that one, and she's been posting a few funny little things on there. So yes, Deborah Gerlach, take care of yourself, darling. We're waiting on you. What do I always say? Watch out, bitches! I'm back. Yeah, that's what we're waiting on. We're waiting on that one.
You want to hear something funny? Diana Mal got a phone call for her husband that passed away. It was somebody with the Trump camp. Oh, she's a hot mama.
Oh yeah.
Because her husband was a Democrat, and they were asking to speak with him and about voting craziness, and Lord, she was not a happy camper, Mallory. It was pretty. She was.
They called to ask if he wouldn't mind joining the telephone campaign
the telephone
and make phone calls for.
Boy, howdy. Why, sure, I would. Go ahead, put me online. Let me take the next caller. I'd answer. Are you shitting me? Are you an idiot? Hey, get up. Get out of here. Get out of the Republican Party. Thank you for calling. And hang up. Let me give you my quick. I want to give my quick thoughts before I get them out of my head and I'll forget about the Defense Authorization Act that he has enacted, but has not acted upon. In other words, he declared it, which, as I said before, sets certain things in motion within the government just by activating it. Now, he says there's a lot of companies are stepping up, and they are. So don't misread this. There's a lot of companies, including a local distillery that I didn't even know here, about 15 miles from my house here out in the middle of nowhere, the South Texas Distillery where they make vodka. He is now making hand sanitizer and stuff. So there are companies that are stepping up beyond the pale to do it. But the thing is about the volunteering thing. If you step up and volunteer and say, okay, I'm going to volunteer my company and I'm going to make X amount of this product and get it out to you as quick as I can, That is not the same as enacting the Defense Authorization Act, because the percentages that you would be asked to make, meaning that you might have to retool some of the equipment that you have that you really don't want to, and this will be over soon. So we're going to voluntarily make X amount, but if the government stepped in and enacted the Defense Authorization Act, they would be forced into a situation to where they would have to increase production. It is for the defense of the country. If it was wartime and we needed airplanes, you quit making freaking whatever you're making, and you're going to retool to make airplanes or whatever. Which, by the way, he just said in his speech a little while ago, we're getting plenty of.
John, the other day, he claimed he was a wartime president.
Yes, he loves that.
virus.
He loves that. He loves that say. He loves being known as that. You know, he likes to be known as a lot of things. He likes to be known as a billionaire, and I keep saying,
President.
prove it, asshole.
President.
Show me your taxes and prove to me you're a billionaire. If not, shut the hell up with the billionaire stuff. You're a guy in so much debt to Russia, it ain't even funny, baby. You're going to get poked with an umbrella one day.
So he has to sign off on that for it to go into effect. Is that what you're saying?
Well, if he has enacted the act.
Implement.
Yeah,
He
to
has
implement.
to
He hasn't.
implement it
He hasn't
for
charged.
it to go into effect.
Yeah, he has activated the Defense Authorization Act, but he has not acted upon it. Meaning, he has not turned to a company and say, "You need to retool and produce this product and as fast as you can." That he has not
Because
done.
he won't get any profit from it.
Well, again, the company would have to retool, and he is more concerned with the companies than he is that he's concerned about your ass. He doesn't give a shit about your ass. He wants these companies to thrive. It's the business world Donnie wants to live in. You know, he wants to be in that. It doesn't concern us down here. We're the poor slobs that at the end of this, they are relying on the fact that you're going to be poor, hungry, and needing a job, and you will not be worried with such petty things as about benefits or pay, or
exactly.
You'll be desperate for a job, and that will benefit the business
army
community.
Ants. We do the work.
Yes, that's us,
He
baby.
reaps the benefit.
Well, they prefer to refer to us as the serfs. You know, we're the.
Oh, okay.
We're just the peasants out there.
Yeah, I wouldn't look good as an ant. I'd be kind of fat.
Yeah.
So.
What's that, Bernadette?
COVID-19 cases in Colorado as of 80 minutes ago, 1,086, 147 hospitalized in 36 counties, 8,604 8,064 people tested, 19 deaths, 9 outbreaks at residential and non-hospital healthcare facilities.
Oh.
You know, I'm concerned about 2 weeks
Nomad.
from now. Oh, that was from Mr. Nomad. Thank you, baby.
Yeah.
2 weeks from now, after spring break is over.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when these kids go home, and I seen that one kid, they interviewed one kid during spring break. Oh, I'm young, I really don't care. Kind of had rosy cheeks, you might have seen him. He came down sick. He's changed his mind about this shit now.
Wait, did he really come down sick?
I think he did. I don't know. I can't say if he came down sick or if somebody he knows. He's more concerned.
Here's the thing with this. It goes along I mean, there's at some point, especially with young adults, their choices are theirs alone. But I'm still pissed off at the states for not closing the fucking beaches down immediately when we knew this was going to be a problem. When freaking Disney World closes down, for crying out loud, and you're thinking it's okay to leave your beaches open? I don't think so.
We'll bail Disney out. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
You know what, Travis? That's how much our world has changed. Their choices are not theirs alone anymore. When Daphne was explaining about some kid in Iowa that was running around licking shampoo bottles in a fucking Walmart or something like that, and he just got picked up and was arrested. And somebody, Fireball FB down at Fire Bear Florida, down in Florida, said that the kid that you were just talking about apologized for doing some stupid shit, run around licking and sneezing on shit. I read another article where a man purposely sneezed on somebody working in the store. He got arrested for terrorist acts. This is, your personal decision to do something fucking stupid is endangering the lives of other people.
Yeah, I see
now.
a story. Daphne just posted in the chat that says police showed up at Louisiana church that was defying coronavirus statue, whatever it says, STA. That's all I see. ... Evident, but that again, some of these churches, and again, I reference it to that's payday for these people. Any one of these churches should be telling their constituents, their parishioners to stay home.
You look in bottles in a fucking store, then somebody has to come behind you and sanitize every last single one of those goddamn bottles because you're stupid enough to lick the fucking bottle and put it on YouTube or Snapchat or whatever the fuck.
That's ignorant shit. That's ignorant shit.
And that's how they finally, somebody finally came forward and told them who it was. And it happened in Missouri.
Good. I hope they get their ass in trouble. We'll send Jen over to slap them. Right, Jen?
I'll kick their ass.
Kick their ass. Jen, how are you?
I'm all right.
Good.
My superhero's back.
Looking forward to dying so that Donnie can have an extra $10.
Yeah, that's it,
Stock portfolio.
Do it for your country. It's the patriotic thing to do. Just go ahead and bite the bullet and die already. Ain't that some shit? That's pitiful.
My life ain't worth shit. I might as well do it for Donnie.
Yeah, do it. Do it for Let's start that. Do it for Donnie. How about just flip him the bird? That reminds me, we need to do our 2 for you and that other thing. But Jen, I'm so glad you're here. I did got strangely involved in your conversation the last time you were here. You were going into a room, and Travis had left it on there, and we had a bunch of panels with people in them. Was you one of those people?
I don't know. Was I?
There was. Well, not technical. I can't click on it and find out who that is. I'm too stupid for that shit. No, but I did. I tuned in for.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was.
I don't remember which one that was. I'm really sorry.
Very lively commercial by very intelligent people.
Was that the one for the uncalled for group?
I believe so. Yeah, it was the show that was pretty much directly after ours.
Yeah.
That same day.
Yeah, I got.
And I was on. No, that wasn't the uncalled for group. That was the time of the month group.
Oh, that's right.
Well, no wonder they were all pissed. So.
Yeah.
Time of the month group. So, Jen, I'm so glad you're here. And go ahead.
There was an FBI involved shooting in Branson, Missouri today.
Who was?
An FBI involved shooting in Branson, Missouri.
Wow. I wonder what that was. Boy, howdy shit.
Maybe it was that kid licking all the bottles
at
Walmart.
Maybe so. Some people are just born ignorant and everything else. I want to remind everybody that 2 for you, that we're not doing 2 for Blue this week. We are doing 2 for you this week, meaning instead of donating somebody else or one of our Democratic senator races, which we're going to be continuing, we want you to donate to your local charities, food banks, hospitals, shelters, anything around your area that needs help. Take a couple bucks, drop it in a bucket or whatever they're doing in your local area. It kind of helps your area out. And
also just we got to try to spread some positivity and kindness to people. Be kind and be generous to those at the grocery store, those who are working the long hours to make sure they try to restock their shelves as fast as they can to where we can all eat and have our medicines on time and all that other stuff.
Eggs.
Yeah, so you can get eggs if you're lucky. It's a long.
Maybe somebody will come along and sterilize things if you get some idiot in your store licking bottle.
Exactly. And if you pass a trucker, thank them.
Yes.
Because right now truck drivers are having it hard, and most importantly, if not wanting to me, they're all in the same fight. Let's thank our doctors and nurses that are on call all the time, taking care of not just those who are sick of COVID-19, but every other illness. The world hasn't paused just because of COVID-19.
No.
There are people out there who are dealing with really real problems and need medical treatment.
Fire.
Yes.
Ambulance.
Exactly.
911.
all those services that we
And
rely
your
on.
post office.
And your post office,
Shout out
which
to
is
Bear.
Woman.
thank you for pointing that one out, because I've recently talked to my postman Bear, and yes, they are like the unsung heroes of this. Every day we expect mail, baby. They show up,
Yeah.
and to a great degree to a danger to themselves and their families. So,
And one more
Yeah.
thing to add to this, this may be kind of, easy to tell, maybe not. Check on your friends and family who are in isolation right now. A lot of people are not too used to staying indoors and not being out and social with too many people. They might get really lonely. They might get really stressed. So every now and then, maybe think about calling up a friend and making sure they're okay, and maybe making sure your relatives are all right. Just
join Discord and come by our Blue Room.
Yeah, for real. For real. We've got conversations going on there all the time. But yes, we want 2 for Blue to be 2 for you. And we just want to try to get everybody out there to help each other out, because we're all in this together, and we're only going to beat this if we band together and kick
It's the
this thing in the
character of our
ass.
society, baby. It's what's gonna show us through this. We spoke of that before, and that comes on a personal level to each one of us. That is going to be required to show that character, and leave something for your neighbor. Try to be uplifting. Do what you can.
And don't hoard the fucking groceries, please.
Yeah, don't hoard the groceries, and leave eggs for other people.
One package of
I'm
toilet
dreaming of
paper,
eggs.
please.
Yes, for real.
There are a lot of services out there that are being considered essential, and we do need to thank. My son is in the ag business, and his job, they supply like 30% of the stores in our neck of the woods, and so their company is considered essential. And my son has to get out and go to work 6 days a week. Okay, and it's frightening that he goes out. He has to deal with the public. When he comes home, I make him strip down and take everything off. And he's like, "Mom, it's getting old. It's getting old." And I'm like, "Son, I just getting over bronchitis. Get that shit off of you if you want to come in the house."
That's him. I come in, Travis up there, take a shower, Dad. Take a shower. Go in there and take a shower, Dad.
I don't want y'all to get sick. It's as simple as that. I don't want any of us to get sick.
Well, yesterday.
It's not. I don't trust y'all keeping clean. I don't trust everybody else keeping clean.
It's not just people who are in the grocery stores or in the dollar store. The post office people are important. The gas station people are important.
Yes.
The people who are in these shops that are open that are considered essential are important.
Very much so.
If you want to go out to eat, order something. They'll give it to you takeout.
Yeah.
Support whatever restaurant that you were supporting before.
Yeah.
Buy something to go, if you can, if you feel comfortable doing that. Because these are the small businesses where people had jobs, and their worlds are turned upside down right now.
Oh man.
They're working their asses off.
Boy,
And we have a government that doesn't give a fuck about people. They only care about their little greedy fucking money pockets, and that's it. And we have to take care of one another. We have to be nice to one another. We have to share our knowledge and our secrets on how to do things and how to survive through this shit. People are saying they still can't find toilet paper. You got an old T-shirt. Don't worry about toilet paper. That's really
there's
the least
other
of your
methods.
concern.
There's other methods. Drag the water hose in with your squirter on it, and you got a bidet.
And that being said, though, because it's kind of related to toilet paper, to everybody who has children, toddlers and babies, look, I get it. It's a scary thing. Formula is hard to find. Diapers are hard to find. But if you get the opportunity to get your child some, think about the mother and father and the parents behind you, the grandparents behind you, because they have kids too who
We
need
have
it
to
desperately.
rely on the fact that this will work. If we allow our system to work, there will be no shortages. Trucks will run as long as they can get fuel, they can get food, and rest when they need to. Some areas have closed rest areas. Are you shitting me? You can't do that. That's a trucker's motel right there where they park.
But what I have noticed is that people are a little kinder since we have to stand back 6 feet and all the rest of that now.
Yeah.
People are a little kinder
I have
right
found
now.
the same thing.
But as this goes on,
Yeah.
That's not going to stay this way.
Well,
And we have
let's
to
do
keep
our
that
best
in
to
mind.
make it that way.
Yeah.
Every time we go
Yeah.
to town, try your
Uh,
best to make it exactly that.
Hey, John.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You
I got
only
something.
have control over you.
Good Lord.
Yeah. That's all right, bud. What's up, Ben?
I got something really interesting to share with everybody real quick.
What's that? What do you got?
This is from the USA Today from Monday, January 27th, 2020, the day after Kobe Bryant died. Okay, Kobe Bryant is the main headline on that. And then
Right.
over to the right under public health, the headline is Rush is on to develop vaccine for the coronavirus. And that's back on January 27th, 2020.
My goodness. Seems to be they had plans. You know what our plan was at that time? It's a hoax. It's a
Hey,
Democratic hoax.
But
Pay no
doesn't-
attention to it.
But think about this, John. Doesn't Russia share a border with China?
Yes, they do. China's stepping. I mean, Russia is starting
they
to.
had a whole lot of reason why to be on top of this shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're right next door, and don't think for a minute that they weren't. Just because you didn't hear about it doesn't
Yeah.
mean squat. They are
Yeah,
starting to get hit now.
exactly.
Their news of their country is starting to leak out. They showed old Pooty today getting in a hazmat outfit, being the courageous
yellow.
president. Yeah, it was yellow. It was yellow. Well, you know, I ain't even seen Donnie climb into one yet, so you know, let's give him credit for that. Republicans love him.
They don't make him
he's the
that
hero
big.
of that Republican Party over there. Pooty is. Don't tread on.
He'd need one of them tents you use for fumigating houses.
Yes, steak all over him. I'm telling you. Oh man.
What did I say earlier? Something about past presidents and so on and so forth. You know, they would go in after a disaster. Now, they would go into the hospitals. Remember after the bombing in
Right.
Boston, you know, when they went and visited?
Right.
Could you see Trump going to visit anybody in the hospital that's had the coronavirus?
If he could, no, he's not going to go visit anybody with
I couldn't see him
coronavirus.
walking across.
No, he's not going to do that. And if he does, when he goes to visit them, he's going to be explaining to them how great he is, and the only reason they're alive is because he's president. It was so sickening a little while ago to watch that sickening maggot crawl up out in front of that podium and start this bullshit about we wouldn't even have a country if it wasn't for him. And that is what he is instilling in his stinking minions out here. And believe me, I'm seeing it because we still get some feed from some of our family. And it's grotesque in the manner and that they praise him. They think he is godly, sent by God to save this nation. And if it wasn't for him, it's just sickening. Sickening. I don't know what they know about him that I don't. Because what I see is a sleazeball con man who's willing to put your life on the line for his dollars. He's losing $500,000 a day at Mar-a-Lago. Baby, he's hurting. Please send your donations to Donnie. He's in crisis. And you bet your ass if he can get on his hands on any of this money coming through this $2 trillion package, you bet your ass he's going to get his hands on it. He will indeed. And let me
He's
catch
a
up
jerk,
here.
and that's his
Yes.
good points.
Yes. Diana Mallory just donated $5 to Super Chat and said, please write to Donnie. And if you're sick, don't forget to lick the stamp. So said Diana Mallory. Lick that stamp. Don't forget to lick the outside of the envelope, too. All over the freaking envelope.
Oh, Diana, you.
So mean. And Karen Van Wyk donated $3 to Super Chat and said, I am sick right now. Sick of fucking Donald Trump and all of his bullshit. So said Karen Van Wyk. People are sick of it. You know, anybody with a brain, I don't know why these people want to worship him. It's beyond me. It's a cult thing with them because no matter what Donnie does, they worship him anyway and they make an excuse for everything he does. It's just beyond me. But any reasonable person can see that he is a fool, and that's exactly what we have for a president. Boy, howdy shit. It's just
Fool on the hill.
depressing. Huh?
It is.
It is. It's depressing to watch him come to that podium. I get more information and more inspiration from Como every morning than this idiot who like I say, he can't articulate shit. Obama's out there tweeting people inspirational things to tell people take care of themselves, wash your hands, do what the Department of Health is telling you. We can get through this together. What is Donnie saying? Get your ass out there and go to work. I need money in the stock market, baby. Let's go. You know, there's a different. Yeah, there's a different person. I miss Obama every day that man has been gone, where this stinking slimeball maggot has crawled into our house. I miss that man every day.
He's drug us with him. That's the sick part.
Yes.
Drug us right with him. It's just, oh.
The book was called Everything Trump Touches
Hate those
Dies.
people that voted for him.
And he's got his hands all over this country. I fear for it. I do. In his hands, it's because he has no concern for the American people. It's about money to him. It always has been. Everything he's ever done in his life has been concerned around money, or the appearance of having money, you know, or being a sex symbol, which was a dream in his head. You know, it's, I don't know. You know, it just boggles my mind how he got there, but he's there. And until we get his ass out, which so many people are as well should be, are concerned about this pandemic, we got to figure out how this is going to happen come election time, because we have to have a convention and we have to have an election. And whether it's done by mail-in ballot or whatever thing they can try to figure out, you can bet your ass the Republicans are going to do everything they can to play it. So,
hey, excuse me, Trump hater just posted there on show comments. Saw an article earlier about G7 not being able to come to agreement about the COVID-19 because the administration, our dick in charge, wants to call it the Wuhan virus.
he's a dick. He's a dick, and he does dick things. You know, just recently he cut back calling it the China virus. China. Yeah, the way he says it. Anthony Romero just donated $5 to Super Chat and said, "Amen, amen. Obama come back. So saith Anthony Romero." Out of your mouth to God's ear, as they say. Yes, I miss him. Boy, howdy shit.
So
well, I even missed Bush.
Yeah, I'd even take Bush back right now. At least he had some kind of compassion. You know, or at least this,
well, yeah.
could try to speak
I remember thinking that Bush was the worst president ever. Boy, was I wrong.
That's
Holy
what I
crap.
always thought. I based it. W was it. W was the worst that the Republicans ever came up with, and then this happened. Boy, how did
I take Bush when I take this guy?
He could duck a pair of shoes, remember?
Yes, he could. He was good. He was very good at ducking shoes, and that was the best talent he had.
Yeah.
Yes, up until this time, Bush W did become my go-to guy for looking, because it happens every time. It happened under Reagan. It happened under Bush 1. It happened under Bush 2. It happened under W. It's happening again. When Republicans get in,
we get fucked.
We get fucked. We get fucked. There's a national, whether it be the savings and loan back in Reagan days or this now. If there's money on the table, baby, the Republicans are going to steal the shit out of it. They're going to run the budget up, put everything on the credit card, put the damn deficit out of sight, and then leave office and start complaining about the Democrats need to clean this up. This is terrible. We need fiscal responsibility. We need to elect another Republican. That's the game that will be played. Yep. They destroy it, and then we have to come in every time
and clean it up.
And clean the shit up. Clinton had a surplus, baby. Clinton had a surplus. Obama's recovery makes Donnie's look like nothing. Look at the numbers. Everything that happened good up at the time Donnie shit on it was done by Obama. Everything Trump touches dies. That's what happened to this. Because he was ill-prepared, although he was forewarned back in January this would happen. Shit. It's almost enough to make a person depressed, I'm telling you. You know,
Yeah.
fuck.
Oh, but
Mom
don't-
just
don't
told me we got a
forget.
case in Robstown.
We got a case in Robstown. Wonderful. My little tiny town here in Texas
Mm-hmm.
has a case.
Don't forget. Remember, Obama bugged Trump's building. You know.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Yeah,
Obama.
it was Obama. Obama's fault. Obama's the reason we're going through this now because of his
Oh,
terrible plan
God,
that he had.
yes.
They, that office that he had in the White House for the pandemic.
Spying on him.
Yeah, the one that Donnie took away and disbanded and said, "Screw that, we don't need it. I need the money for my motels."
Yeah,
What
for
is
his
Lindsey
roaches.
Graham there saying? Tim
Okay.
Scott threatened to
Bed-
delay the
bed
Senate's monthly
bug.
training because they believe the legislation's unemployment provisions are too generous. That's what kills me. These assholes, they want to come out and scream, this is too generous to the American people. They're going to get lazy if you give them money. Are you shitting me, you stinking... Screw your
Your Honor,
corporate welfare. Take your
hope-
corporate welfare, shove it up your ass, and go sing your song someplace else while you hand billions to save the cruise ships. Are you
Yeah.
shitting me?
And the airline.
And they bitch about
And the
giving me
airline.
$700.
Yeah, bitch about giving you $1,200. Here, it's
Yeah,
it's
whatever
called
it
here.
is.
I give you a little chump change. Vote for me. I'll make you happy. Get out of here. Go home. It's bullshit.
You know
Can't
what
buy my
bothers
vote.
me the most about this bailout?
People
What?
That
of
they're
this
going to go
coun-
after and give these cruise ships all this fucking money. These companies that register in different countries
Yes.
so they can avoid paying taxes.
Thank you, Jen.
Yeah.
And avoid labor laws and avoid all kinds of regulation
Yep.
that the government
Exactly,
should
Jen.
be imposing on them.
But they want to convince you to be
None of those
concerned for
things.
them. And
None
it's
of them are owned by
Yeah.
America.
and remember these large corporations. Remember how we talk about they don't pay taxes because of the tax
Yep.
code being this thick that is full of loopholes for every one of them. This is the deal. This is the scam that goes on during disasters. It's a shuffle of money. Things get put into action. Laws and regulations are put into place that other people. I told today people this, and it goes for our own country as a whole and collective. One, you're going to get a check. Chances are, most of us, I hope I'm one of them, gets a check. $1,200.
Okay.
Yeah, gonna get a check. If you know that, guess what? Every guy that's got a scam, everybody that wants your money is already planning some little thing. Everything from the televangelist preacher to somebody who wants to sell you car insurance or some bullshit. There are going to be people that are going to step up boldly and try to con that money out of you. Our government is no different. There are companies, there are corporations that know what regulations mean, knows what it means when the act is implemented and when it is acted upon. There's a difference there, and they know what rules and regulations kick in. There's money to be made here. It happens in every disaster,
Oh, yeah.
whether it be a hurricane or a pandemic. There is money to be made. And if there is, you can bet your ass that a whole lot of our congressmen or senators are involved in that kind of scheming, and you damn sure know our president is. That's what I say.
And the money don't go where it's supposed to go either.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my.
You know,
goodness.
thing that they passed today in the Senate.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know this. They were just talking about it on MSNBC about an hour ago. Is that 1/5 of the money is really going to where we need it to, and that's the hospital and health industry.
There you go. There
The
is
large
less.
majority of it is going to Wall Street.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's a sad thing.
There
man.
is a separate amount. I think it's 350. I'm not going to quote a number. It's much smaller than the 500 billion that are reserved for the hospitals. It's a smaller amount. You can see where their focus is. Their focus is on the stock market, on big corporations.
Yeah.
And then-
Goldman Sachs.
Yes,
and
Goldman
all that shit.
Sachs and whatever airline is big, and cruise companies or anybody else who is the
Damn.
squeaky wheel. Oh, it's going to tear our company. Like I said, they're not going to go sink the ships. They're not going to blow up the airplanes and crush them into milk cans or some shit. Those planes will be
sad.
parked until people are ready to fly, and when they are, oh my God, they're going to make tons of freaking money. because costs will probably go up. You know how they're gonna have to make arrangements.
John.
Yes, dear.
Do you remember back in the day when kids would get chicken pox and then the
Yeah.
parents would take them to somebody else's house so they'd all get the chicken pox?
Uh,
Well, these idiot kids in Kentucky were throwing a coronavirus party,
yeah.
and
well.
one of them got it, and the governor he's not happy. He called an end to the coronavirus parties. It's like,
stepping up and
hello,
doing the right
are
thing.
you stupid?
Yeah, really, they
Come
are.
on.
Yes, they are. They're having
Fucking
coronavirus parties. Are you shitting me? Out more ignorant
I
than
can
you.
remember the chicken pox parties, but now the kids get shot for them. But
I'm
when I
sorry.
was a kid,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I hope they all catch the damn thing.
yeah. Oh yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
we don't. Yeah. Build up their immune system.
It's one of those things where it's a double-edged sword. It's like, yeah, I if they don't have that kind of care for human life, yeah, whatever they get coming to them comes to them. I just feel bad for anybody who gets in their way and catches it themselves.
Yeah, they get it because of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Because they were stupid.
the ignorance in our gene pool. What can I say? Who's that guy I
Man,
like so
it
much? Can we do
What
this?
happened to common sense?
It goes out the window and everything else.
They don't teach that in school anymore.
Over here, Rex.
I learned it from my family too, but
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you missed the joke, Daphne. Okay?
It is stressful times right now, and
I'm sorry, Bernadette.
and
I'm
you-
slow.
and you know what?
Sorry.
You know what you need during trying times when things are rough, and you need a little relief. You need a little relief. So right now we're going to pause for just a minute while we hear a word from our sponsor.
I thought you were gonna get it shouted.
Oh, it's getting rough. Ah. Oh, man. God. Back hurting?
Yeah, it's hurting pretty bad. It's getting very tiring out here.
Don't forget to grab you some canna comfy when we go up to the house.
Canna comfy?
So whether you're working on the garden, raking leaves, or playing with your favorite superhero, when you get an ache and the pains, well, I always reach for Pre's Trees. It helps what ails you, people. I'm telling you, good stuff. See my friend Bernadette and the Blue Dot family. Get your aches and pains fixed up. We'll see you later.
Pre's Trees, Pre's Trees. It's good for your shoulders and good for your knees. Pre's Trees.
Bullshit. Nope.
I had to try it, and I actually went, this isn't bad.
That bad.
And I'm a cynic.
I apologize to those on YouTube and Facebook for not hearing the first few seconds of that. It is a real pain in the butt to switch to a video,
Oh,
and I
man.
forgot to hit a button, so no, we were just talking about how well
Oh,
this
look
stuff
at there.
on
Bill
this works.
Bellwood just said, "We deaf, John?" Yeah, I think you are. You need to go get them ears
I
checked.
need another set of hands.
Yeah, too much of that honeymoon stuff going on there, Val.
I appreciate everybody saying something, otherwise I would have missed it.
I'm so sorry. Oh yeah, Cat Gentis. Sound, no sound. Oh boy. Well,
Don't forget TW and his tune. There,
that's
John.
right. That the voice of the strumming you heard was our own T.W. Travis, who wrote and produced that little ditty there overnight. Travis, I, and Tyler went out there. The garden digging thing was not something we just acted like. We really are digging a garden, and it was pretty rough out there. So we incorporated it in, and again, Bernadette's going to be in the Blue Room. So yeah, if you want to talk to her, hit her up, baby. That's
So
pitiful.
you guys did get your checks, right?
Yeah, I got my check. Don't worry, cashed it already, baby. I'm going to Vegas tomorrow. Ha! You're gonna catch me a cruise ship right out of
I
Vegas.
just wanted to make sure y'all got paid.
Yeah, there is.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Here is my pay right here, baby. This is
Even,
what Bernadette sent me. Go ahead.
Well, I have a little announcement that even Priest Trees is under lockdown now, so we will be venturing out once a week to make shipments at the post office. We will take them all at one time. So whatever week that you order in, it will be probably on a Wednesday or something like that. And
Good. Stack them up until you get enough to make a run.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No sense in making wasted trips.
Yeah.
If you place the order, you will get it sometime after that next Wednesday. Or
Yep.
like
And
that.
there are many testimonials within this family. I'll guarantee you. That have I'm just so happy. It's just a story, not only a product, but the story itself is just so appropriate. It's a Blue Dot thing, baby.
Well, I appreciate all the positive feedback on it. And if you guys are blowing smoke up my ass, you know you don't have to do that. Tell me the truth. That's what I live by. And if it's working for you, I am so blessed. I am so blessed that it is working for you.
It is. It works for me.
Yeah.
Oh man,
So.
it works great on my hands, especially after doing dishes. Man, that Dawn soap just dries me
And
out
not
so
only
terrible,
that,
and I put that on.
I
Love it.
plan on proving it this Saturday. If all goes well and everything does, this Saturday is Maestro's birthday. So the plan is I'm going to take the camera and stuff, microphone over there. He is allegedly going to have some of this praline pecan bourbon that he has been wanting me to try for a while. And I think his mama scored it today when she went out to the base at the liquor store. So we're going to crack a bottle of that, have a little toast to his birthday. And y'all can see the beautiful results on his face. He is just so pretty. He keeps telling me, look at this, my skin, John. He's full of shit. He's ugly as ever. But his skin looks good.
Are you going to go have a snort? Are you?
Maestro's been using it on his hands and his knees and stuff. But he puts it on his face because it does. It's good for your skin. My wife says my back is looking like 20 years younger. Hey, what can I say? Yeah. My shoulder over here is looking younger anyway.
I'm still trying to visualize.
What about your front?
Yeah, it ain't working. I need, my front ain't looking too good anymore. I'm sorry.
I'm still trying to visualize how you would actually blow smoke up of Bernadette.
Hey, it can be done. Hey, we're a determined group here. If smoke needs to be blown, we're the people that can blow the smoke, baby. I'm telling you. Just pucker up and blow. Isn't that what Bogart said? Just pucker up and blow. You tell your age. Oh, you saw that movie, John? Why, hell yes. How many times? So, one of the things that we do, baby. Keith Thompson, thank you very much. I see Keith Thompson sent me a thing on PayPal. We appreciate it very much.
Yes, indeed. Help out with the chicken groups or whatever you're going to do there.
I'm gonna do it. We got the plan out there. Where we're gonna do it, right now is we have to concentrate on a very small cage because they're just gonna be baby chicks, and we'll probably keep them inside the house for a little while, in a basket. Peep until they get big enough, and then they go outside. We'll build a little cage for them out there that is raccoon proof, that is cat proof, that is everything we can do proof.
Candy proof?
Yes, and then get them out there in their own little. We've had chickens before, so we just miss it, and now it's become a thing. Eggs. This is pitiful.
I have been thinking about chickens too, John.
Yeah. Oh, they're wonderful.
Yeah.
They're
No,
great.
I've had chickens before too.
Yeah.
And I'm also thinking about getting a couple of rabbits because rabbit shit is the best shit for growing
Hey.
anything.
Yeah, it's good fertilizer.
Yep.
Pigeon shit's pretty good too.
Yeah, chicken
Chicken
shit.
is
Any
good,
kind
too,
of shit.
But
Shit
chicken
is
hot.
fertilizer.
Chicken is hot. Well, rabbit is a cold shit, and you can take it straight from the rabbit and put it on a plant.
There you
It's
go.
not gonna burn it.
And Rank Amateur Studios also sent a donation by PayPal. We appreciate that very much. Rank Amateur Studios, thank you very much.
That's me.
Oh, is that you? Rank Amateur Studios. Thank you, Jen.
Yep, that's
There-
me.
Jen Morgan, thank you very much. That's very sweet. I didn't know. Rank Amateur Studios. That's your thing? Outstanding. Badass.
I like it.
I do
I
too.
like it. I like the name.
Yeah, it's very cool. Are you keeping the flat earthers? Or are there any of them around anymore? Or have they finally conceded? They're still there?
No.
Bless their hearts.
Well, that
Yeah, they are.
that one died, didn't
And
he?
getting dumber by the
I mean to tell you.
That rocket or whatever he was going to try to go
Well,
up.
that was a very sad occasion. Actually, that guy. I mean, he was Looney Tunes as far as his
Misguided.
beliefs about Earth, but
Yeah.
he was the only flat earther who was actually out there doing something to try to prove
Yeah, he
that,
was trying
that
to prove
it's
his
real.
Yeah.
He believed it enough that he thought it could be proven, and he went through all that effort and tried his damnedest and worked harder than anybody ever. And
I always figure if somebody,
I admire him. I
I
admire
figure
him
if
greatly.
anybody checks out doing the one thing that they love doing the most, boy howdy, lucky them.
As long as they're
Yep.
not hurting
Yeah.
anybody else in the process, I say go for it. You know.
Yeah.
Amen.
Mhm.
Amen.
So, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know if my brother's watching. I think my brother's out there watching. If so, hello, Andy. I'm glad you're there. If you found the button, he's going to look for the button on the live.
Surely
YouTube.
he's found the button by now. He's watched so many times. So
Yeah, but he usually,
I have faith in him.
yeah. Oh, see there.
I hope.
You're-
Get well
you're ne-
soon, Andy.
Yes.
For real.
Yes.
Hopefully, hopefully the isolation isn't too bad on you. But I have a feeling you'd be all right with it, honestly.
He doesn't like people anyway.
Yeah, I was about to say. He's probably having the best time of his life right now.
Yeah, it's sort of like we already do this stuff. We already social distance ourselves.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say this is the best time of our lives, though.
No,
I
he's
mean,
a
we
very
don't-
outgoing fellow, but normally likes to stay.
Well, he's someone, you know, and I'll never forget it for as long as I live. What are you doing, Uncle Andy? Well, watching the world go by.
Well,
And that's
watching
what
the
he
world go
does. And that's what he does, and that's what he likes. So it's like, okay, you know?
Yep, he's a avid watcher of humanity.
Yeah.
You know how we all act. What's the character that we're going to show?
That's kind of interesting. I used to go to the mall and watch people,
Oh, yeah.
and it's like,
Oh, I'm
People
there.
watch.
I'm there in a minute because I don't want to go wander the mall. I just because if we go to the mall, it means
Or the
Marcia's
state
sister is
fair,
in town or
that's
something
another
like that.
place, the state fair.
So I'm gonna
Yeah,
sit
but see
right
that
here.
nowadays you get arrested.
Candies at the state fair.
Yeah.
Ooh, wonder what planet they fell off.
Yeah. No, I like to sit and watch people, you know, relax and just wonder where everybody's going and why they're
People
going
at
there.
Walmart.
Oh, that's a whole other people at
That's
Walmart.
another
That's a website. You can go you can
Yes.
go look at the people at Walmart and that'll scare the shit out of you
Oh,
sometimes.
man.
Oh Lord, what kind of society do
It
we
scares
live
me
in?
in the sense of I never want to be on that website.
Yeah, no,
So
you
I-
don't want to end up on that website. Now,
Yeah.
if you are, you dressed wrong for the day for one thing, probably. You know, there's
Oh man.
yes, or you have some kind of fetish that you're very proud of. It's a
man.
whole website of that where you used to look at it and get a big chuckle
Oh,
out there.
no.
So anyway,
I've seen some of them at my wall because it's like, who goes shopping in their pajamas? I just can't figure.
well,
that
that's a
out.
thing
It's
nowadays.
like, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I
boy.
don't know that either. I do. Because I come from a time where I don't think your mama would appreciate you going to town with your pajamas on.
Diana Mallory, I hope everything ends up okay with that.
What's that? What?
Her niece's daughter just got, is going to get tested for corona tomorrow. She is too and under quarantine. She has a really bad
Oh,
dry
baby.
cough.
Mm-mm.
Diana,
Oh,
I hope
no.
everything ends up
Diana,
okay.
Yes, our best, sir. And you uh,
The
keep
whole
us
family.
informed and let us know what's going on.
We're with you.
Yes, baby. You know, that's what this family's about. It's not only about politics now. Right now, we're talking about coronavirus and everything. This family has a lot to offer a lot of people in a lot of different ways. So, yeah, you encourage your friends, stop by and take a listen, visit with the family a while. It's not only ranting and raving about Donnie. Okay, 99.7% of it.
I
But
like Bernadette and Velda's tips.
yeah.
You know,
Oh,
they always, if you need to know something, you ask Bernadette
yes.
or Velda. Boy, they
Yes, our
right in there,
moderators.
know those tips.
Yes, they'll get you in here, and you'll be on. Next thing you know, you'll be live, baby, right out here with the rest of everybody. We always appreciate that. But this family, like I said, what's that?
I'm trying to figure it out. You're getting distracted.
I'm getting distracted. Well, it says something there about. Yeah. Don't look.
use your
Don't
mouth.
look. I'll have to look this way. Oh, look, whiskey. No, I'm
And
distracted.
don't lose your mouth. Because you always lose your mouth, John. Mouse.
Yes.
Where's
No,
that
I don't
mouse?
have the mouse. The mouse is not in my control right now. The mouse will come into my control when he leaves, and then I go
And
up into
then-
the blue room.
Travis?
Yes.
Travis, we love you, man, but we need to get him some type of thing that honks something
I'm gonna
when
get
he
a
wants
thing.
the mouse.
I'm gonna get it.
He's always like, oh, now where's that mouse?
Yeah, I can't find the mouse.
I
Always
always know
disappears.
It's the one
Sit out
thing.
there and shake this thing for 15 minutes. It's supposed to turn big so you can see it, but evidently it's on that screen or that screen over there.
We just need. We'll have to eventually just get a second computer because, like, right now, just
If-
playing that video earlier, I have to go through hoops and shoots just to play it because the program we use
If
doesn't
we
like
get
Mac
this money,
too much.
if how much can
You're not going to
tower?
like how much I tell you a tower's
No,
going to
no,
cost
no,
because you're going to
no,
want to
you're-
go to Walmart and get one of those
Yeah.
cheap infested little things that
Oh,
ain't going to
no,
last
no,
for 2
you don't
years.
want to do that, not those junkos.
I can build you an affordable computer, but it's still not going to be absolutely cheap, and you're not going to like the price. So
But
we've
it'll
had
be
this
well
conversation
worth the
before.
I go to
People-
a pawn shop. I get one out.
Yeah,
And it
great
will
idea.
last.
That'll be great for our router. Anyway, no, I was reading this thing that Dennis posted up about the I guess what we're going to be getting compensated on and all that other junk.
Oh, the
Yes.
deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to get for individuals, taxpayers with incomes up to $75,000, you will receive a one-time $1,200 direct payment. If you make more than $99,000, you will get nothing. If you make between that range, you'll get less than $1,200. But the exact number has not yet been confirmed yet. An earlier version of the Coronavirus Aid Relief and Economic Security Act stipulated would be subtracted from the $1,200 for every additional $100 in income. Okay.
You know, I don't mean to be ungrateful or anything, but isn't that kind of chump change?
It is,
You know,
baby.
I mean, it
It
could be a
is.
house payment.
It
you know,
is indeed, but unfortunately to a lot of people, $1,200, you go, "Whoa, that's going to help," and it will.
Yeah, well, it
It
is
will.
gonna
What would
help,
help better? Do what other countries have done. Suspend mortgage payments for a little while. Suspend utility payments for a while.
Not
you know.
not tell people that we won't cut you off for 2 months if you can't pay
Exactly.
the bill.
Right.
No, suspend that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what
There's
you
a
know.
big difference. There's a big difference
Yeah.
in that because you could run up hella lights right now. It's still cold in America, and you
Yes.
could run up
Yep.
hella light bill, and then at the end of that 2-month period of time, when you don't have any income coming in, they slam you with a really large bill.
Donald
Of course,
Weber.
the
Donald.
irony of the whole situation that you give people like us cash, and the rich guy's going to have it by the end of the week anyway.
That's it.
Oh,
Yeah.
heck
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the old Will Rogers
Go
story.
like Ruth.
You give a poor man $1, it'll be in a rich man's pocket by the end of the day. I wanted to answer Donald Ware. He said, "Hey John, what about the disabled and the elderly? Do they get the same $1,200?" As I understand it, this would include people on Social Security disability, and those on retirement income. That is what I understand it to be. If they have not changed the language, then yes, if you're on Social Security or Social Security disability or on some retirement system, you will get it too. That's what,
As excited as Chuck Schumer sounded last night, it better include these individuals, because even though
Yes.
the bill's not to their liking per se, it is enough, and it's a working bill that's going to help everybody. So that being
for
said,
somebody on Social Security, yes, $1,200 is a lot of money.
Yeah.
And it will go a long. Yes.
But no, I agree with that. Daphne earlier, because it's not a whole lot, and the idea that it's only a one-time check for those who already got laid off or had to quit or whatever the case may be. Yeah, it's not realistic. But I mean, I'm hoping this is just the start of something that'll come back again. But.
Isn't some unemployment included, or a layoff pay? Or
There is
something?
going to be an additional amount added to your unemployment that you normally get from your state. There will be an additional amount.
I believe.
I don't know about the food stamps. I know the unemployment, you're going to get an extra amount in your unemployment check that will be covered by the federal government. $600 will be added to for 4 months.
Badass.
So.
I mean,
Again, we all sit there and go, badass. That's great. We're going to get, it's nothing compared to what they're doing for major corporations.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
This is nothing compared to what they're getting. So,
and I bet you don't add up to $500 billion.
No, baby,
No,
it
it
doesn't.
doesn't.
And that includes the hospitals and all that other shit. You know where their priorities are by what they do, not what they say. Their biggest
John,
thing was that $500 billion.
I'm so glad that you said the word priorities, because here's what people need to understand through all of this shit. What are your priorities?
Yes.
And your priority is staying healthy and keeping your family as healthy as possible, because we have a government that's not going to fight for us. In fact, he's trying to kill off as many people as he possibly
Hell, if you listen to the Republican plan, their idea is to kill off the old people, except for them. Not them. All them other old people, just not them. That's the plan I got out of Dan Patrick's little speech, and Fox spews with the rest of it.
I don't know. I think Lindsey Graham's old enough to die.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. These people would be leaders. If you're going to spout that shit,
Rudy Giuliani,
show us. Show us the leadership,
The one good thing about this was that last night I went on Twitter and looked around, and the hashtag Texas Deserves Better was trending.
Yes.
And it was a lot of people basically just giving the middle finger to
Dan Patrick. Yeah.
So I was like, maybe Texas isn't all that dumb. So it's like,
we're
thank
trying,
you.
baby. We're just
I
like
know.
every other state.
John, I have a question about this whole government check.
Yes, ma'am.
Government.
Yeah, your cheese?
Yeah, the
It's in the mail.
government check thing.
G-U-B-M-I-N-T. Government.
Yeah.
That's right. Next year when taxes roll around, is everybody going to be charged for receiving this as income?
Probably. It'd be income.
Of course.
Well, something to dig into, but if there's a Republican charge, you bet your ass you're going to pay Texas taxes on it. Oh, you had income. It's income. We gave it to you. We have a record of it right there. You owe us money.
y'all are being ungrateful sons of bitches.
Oh,
I could have gave you nothing. Could have gave you nothing. But I'm giving you the best package that ever
Stop, Travis.
was.
I'm going to slap you through this damn phone. I swear to God, I'm going to slap you through this phone. Stop.
It's a perfect package, Trav.
Yeah, it's a perfect package. It's a
best.
beautiful thing.
Beautiful,
It's
most
so-
beautiful thing you'll ever see.
It's ever seen.
I fucking
People are
hate him.
saying.
It's
People are
enormous.
saying.
It's an enormous check, right?
Never been
Enormous
done in the
check.
history of the world.
The world
We
ever.
worked very, very hard on this.
Yes.
It's
We worked very
so
hard.
sad that we
Yeah.
can all jump in with one little quote each, and it's something he
It's a really
said.
big thing.
That's
It's a
it.
really big thing.
And
It's
with
huge.
my really big words.
Huge.
and this is what's sad, because I've unfortunately missed it because I've been spending my evenings with Rose and stuff. But Tyler, Mom, and Dad have been watching that Washington series.
Yes.
And
What
I
about
catch
President
little
Washington?
slivers of it here and there, and it's like, it's amazing. You learn a lot from Washington on that show.
Oh, yeah.
Especially all the bad things too, and like
Yeah.
his slavery shit. And it was like, man, this is shit they try to avoid talking about, isn't it? But the thing is he made so many power plays to start the country up to what it would be in the future,
If
right?
it was not.
And it's the idea that Trump is now a part of this club of giants that have walked this country. You know, it's like I saw quotes today from John Adams, Abraham Lincoln, Obama, and then Trump, and they were all these wonderful quotes. And then you have a tweet about
Very
how the media is
articulate
trying
people.
to, and it's just like,
Then you
How
got the
did he-
guy who can't spell hamburger.
no.
I need to apologize to the YouTube chat for yeah. Don't worry, he's gone, and I apologize for the idiot that made it in here and it was spewing that shit.
Oh, I didn't even see
Y'all
him.
know what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
took
got blocked.
my eye off the board for a minute, and I apologize
We,
for that.
we
guys.
got your back,
Hang in there.
Bernadette.
There you go. Thank you all. Thank you, Bernadette, for jumping in there and handling a troll. I guess
I
they
only
slip
get
in
to
here
look
every once in a while.
over there every now and then. But that being said, I kind of want to congratulate Chad. If there was a troll involved, I don't think many people were feeding the troll. So,
Yeah. You see one
you.
get
You
in here,
gotta be
ignores
nice.
us.
I'm trying to stay on top of them. They sneak in every once in a while. They say some, like stupid shit, like Trump is saving America. Sure
Oh yeah.
he is.
Oh yeah.
Take
there
your
you
ass
go.
to
You're
church
kicked.
on Sunday,
Yeah.
okay?
Trump is saving America. Yep. Yeah, we
May I
don't
say
need
You
that
need to go to
shit.
church, buddy.
Yeah.
May I
Go
bust them up with facts?
put your MAGA
Yo.
hat on.
what's up, Jen?
I would like to say something that I haven't heard anybody else say, but I know everybody in their heart is thinking.
What's that, Jen?
I realize the NSA and the FBI and all of them are probably listening to this,
Oh yeah. Hi guys.
and I could get my ass in a sling, but
What's that, Jen?
that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
There you go.
I hope Donald
We
Trump
got
gets
your
the
back,
corona. Hold on. I hope Donald Trump gets the COVID-19 virus and he dies a miserable, painful, drowning death.
It's what
in
he's
his
that
own
it's what he's
you
what he's
refuse
wishing
to
for us.
acknowledge is I'm invincible, Jen.
Jen needs a gong.
Give Jen the gong. I'll
Ding,
quote it
ding,
like
ding,
they
the
quoted
bell.
for Obama. The prayer that they wished for Obama. May his days be numbered. That's what they prayed for Obama.
Here, Jen.
There you go.
Here's a ding, ding,
There's a
ding, ding for
there's
you.
a ding, Jen. You got a ding over there.
That's
Yeah.
the
I like-
thing,
sounds
though.
like
That's-
sex.
here's the thing. I don't even
Now,
have
don't
to.
you know that troll that was listening is just going ape shit right now? See how they want their president to.
But here's the thing, though.
Fuck off.
I don't even have to go out and bluntly say it. It's just like, you get what's coming to you. You don't give a shit about the people who got you into office to begin with. Why should I even give a rat's ass about you when you want to kill off my family, my friends' families, my friends' families' families? Why would I give
Grandma
a
and
flying
Grandpa.
fuck about Trump's health, Mitch McConnell's health, Graham's health, Dan Patrick's health? If they
I
want to
don't
die
give a
and
shit about
sacrifice
you.
themselves for the
Hey, it'd
economy,
be for the good of the
fucking
company.
go for it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Did I say
Does that
company?
mean I got to make a
I
death
meant
threat to the
country.
president? No. But, if something were to happen to him, I wouldn't give two flying fucks. Look how much misery he's caused to everybody in this country and around the world. It'd be a freaking act of God if you ask me if something happened. And that's coming from a non-religious person.
And Diana Mallory just donated $2 through Super Chat and said, for a moment of silence for prayers or positive. And there you go, baby. Think about that for a minute. A moment. Just to remember that we're all in this together, baby. So, Ed, on that
Hey,
thought.
could I
Sure,
finish
Jen.
up with one comment?
What's that, baby?
I'm going to show myself here.
Okay.
This Saturday, well, this weekend, is the transgender national or world actually day of visibility,
Oh,
where trans
outstanding.
people are going to stand around and say, "Yo, I'm
Hey,
here. I
here I am."
exist. Fuck you."
Yeah. Pick up
And
your ass
and
if
on
you don't.
Saturday,
Mhm.
a first time ever show has been put together that is going to start at 9 a.m. in the morning Central Time, and it is going to go all night, all day, and into the night, probably to around 10, 11 o'clock at night. That is going to cover every topic you can imagine relating to transgender people. I happen to know who the person is going to be that is the opening guest at 9 in the morning. And will also be on at the end of the show. That would be me.
Oh, happy to see you.
Awesome.
Awesome.
But I posted in the Discord and on the chat for YouTube a link to a Twitter, pinned tweet on Twitter that can give you the information on how to hear it, how to see it.
Can you
how
put
to
a link in the
participate if
chat
you
here?
so wish.
Yeah, that's what
I
she
already did.
Oh, there you go.
did.
Okay,
I already
good then.
It's got a flag with it.
What we would like to
It's
achieve is to
uploaded.
have as many people who are not transgender come and view and take part and learn and be able to share information to the rest of the world.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Because they just don't want to listen to us. They only want to listen to themselves.
If you do,
The
if you
cis
don't know a
people.
transgender person, well, that's just too bad. That is too bad.
Well, you do. You
I
know,
do.
Oh.
I do. More than one,
The way
more than
it goes,
one,
folks.
Jen. More than one.
There's like 3 of us now, I think, in the United States.
Yeah, but the numbers are going up, Jen. Keep trying, baby. It is something. We should recognize the transgender community. They have been under a lot of pressure for so many years and the target of so many attacks because of ignorant people don't know what it is, and they just attach an evil label to it. It is nothing of the sort. It is a person's personality that we're talking about, the inner soul of that person, and your sick minds out there that connect anything else to it. You're the one that has the sick mind, not them.
And for all you guys out there, you know, transgender women are some of the hottest women on the planet.
I'm telling
Take a
you.
look.
I've got pictures, Jen. I've had this story before.
Not me.
I've seen some fine ones, okay?
I've seen some damn good-looking ones, baby. I've seen some babes with bikini lines, which I always loved because, oh, you've been to the beach, and you're walking up and down. Now, wait a minute. You're walking up and down. I can just see these drooling assholes out on the beach every day, just drooling over your ass. I just love it. Yes, it goes way back. My wife and I have never been afraid of the gay community, the transgender community, or any other community. It's just not a thing with us. Never has been, and I'm glad my kids were raised that way, and they know that.
I don't think it was ever anything you had to talk to us about,
No.
though, because, I mean,
It's
just
how
like,
you live your life.
Who gives a shit, you know?
Yeah.
It's
Does
about-
that make a difference whether they're red or yellow, black
If
or
you-
white, or if they're gay, straight, or if they're, I don't know what, Muslim or Christian or atheist? Does it make a difference to anything? No.
As far as the show goes, I don't want you to think that it's going to be an entire day and evening of lectures and boring educational material.
No, of course
I
not.
I guarantee you there are going to be lots of laughs. There's going to be a lot of bodiness. There's going to be a lot of, oh my God, can they
bodiness.
really
I love
say that?
bodiness. Can we say bodiness? I love bodiness.
I don't think
Hey,
there'll
John?
be any
Yes.
nudity, but
I'm gonna say it like this, okay?
Huh.
God gave us different people for a reason, just like He gave us different religions for a
That's
reason.
right.
So we all have something
We
different,
have-
and we don't get bored with
We
the same
have
thing.
the flavor we enjoy. If
That's
you were
right.
stick
We're all
eating-
human beings, no matter what.
If you were stuck
We
eating
all believe red.
strawberries all your life, but dreamed of that banana, but just could not have the banana because you were expected to eat these strawberries, have the banana if you're so inclined to have the banana, or
I'll
whatever
take the
else.
banana.
There you
He's-
go. See,
He's
Jen will take the
religious.
banana.
He's extreme religious,
You
right?
can't
Joe-
be eating
Joseph's a
strawberries
Christian.
all your freaking life.
I prefer tacos, actually.
We had tacos this evening, Jen. They were the best tacos. I'm telling you. Was I lying? Am I lying?
Jen, that just went over Dad's head. I apologize.
No, wait a minute.
That's what I figure.
What?
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, no, I know what a
Alright.
taco is. Oh, shut up. But we did. We had tacos this evening. Get your jaw.
Do you know what a bearded clam is?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do. I know all the metaphors. Used them probably once or twice myself. I don't know. Now you done made me lose my thought. I had something very enlightening.
Well,
and,
was
and,
the
and,
first meal
say
of
something?
hamburger meat we've
you
had in
know,
a while.
philosophical, whatever that word is. Yeah. But
Travis,
Yes.
there's a message to you from Discord from a Christopher Baker. He says he needs to send you something from Discord tech support.
I'll try to get on it as soon as I can.
wasn't that
Okay.
Challenger?
And people in the chat, you need to understand when you're talking to John or Mike, to Mike, Travis, John or Travis, that they're not always watching the chat. I'm watching the chat.
Yes.
So,
Well, and it's not even that we don't want to
that's-
watch the chat. It's just one of these days I'm gonna have to fling that camera over there so you can see how fast comments go.
no, I didn't say you don't watch
they
the
zoom
chat.
right
I'm
by
just saying they're
sometimes.
not always watching.
These are the one
And
I
so
have.
some things
yeah,
may go
some
by.
things go by, and
But
I
my
don't see
point
them.
was, don't get upset that they don't see what you're commenting to them about, because they're busy
Yeah.
running the show, and that's why they have moderators, and we kind of watch the
Yeah.
chat for
And
them.
I miss
Travis,
I try
have
to
you ever
get it in
have you ever
too,
thought of
so.
slowing the chat down?
I have, but at the same time, it's like
Well, the screen I look at has the YouTube chat and the Facebook chat combined.
Mhm.
So everything that YouTube is saying and Facebook is saying is going by my screen.
honestly, Jen, and you'll probably understand when I say this, if I had a compressor limiter on this mixer board so I didn't have to consistently adjust levels on everybody at all times, I could
Okay.
probably do so much more. But you know, Dad
I
likes to
get it.
go in and out, you know, talking like, you know, and just all this stuff all the time. And
Hey.
yeah, it's true.
You do. Hey, that's pretty cool. I done found me a. That's
I'm
me
not
driving
afraid,
by.
I'm not afraid to throw something at
I'm
you.
on my Harley. Shit. Now I'm gonna annoy him with it.
But
you brought it up.
Yeah,
Not
but
my
one of these
fault.
days we're gonna have this set up to where I can have a lot of this go on autopilot, and I can help with moderation and talking, because I also like talking to the chats. Period, whether I'm moderating or not.
And see,
you know, it's,
right there, Laura R says, "Oh, the moderators in here are quite sexy." Ah, see, I'm telling you, baby, we have an outstanding family here, and I'm so proud of them.
Jen,
Laura, call me. No.
My number is
Jen
55
needs another gong for
Good
that.
comeback.
BR 549. Call quick. Oh
Jen,
man.
have you seen the article in Newsweek? It was printed the other day about how coronavirus hurting members of the trans community. Have you read that article?
No, I have not.
You want me to send you the post?
Sure, that would be great.
I can put it on. Just a second. I can
Space Cadet.
put
Come on,
it-
buddy.
Put it in the show discussion.
Me too.
Okay, very good. All right.
Classic
there
stuff.
it is.
Outstanding.
I ran across that earlier today.
Trans people already face enough obstacles in their life.
I
They
know.
really do. You know, it's sad. There is a valued member of this society as any other. Some people act like this just came up yesterday and was discovered. Are you shitting me? Go back in your history.
people make it a bigger deal than it has to be. For fuck's
They
sake.
do.
God damn it.
Yeah.
They do. Well, they, like I said before, they cross transgender with transsexual. Transgender has nothing.
No, no,
to
no,
do-
no, 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 no,
No, no,
Yeah,
no.
no,
Ding,
you're
ding,
See?
ding, 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 ding,
Okay,
ding, ding,
okay.
ding.
Correct me up here. Put it out straight so we
Transsexual
don't
was
make.
the word that was used for people of my ilk 40 years ago.
Okay.
The word fell out of fashion because people thought it was too risque and that it tripped too many triggers.
Well, you
just
know, it
because
did have the
word
word
sex in
sexual.
it.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. And so the word transgender was invented as something to be a little bit more media friendly and that sort of thing. There's no difference between the two. Transsexual is actually considered rude to use nowadays.
Is it?
And
Well,
so
I
people- yeah.
apologize because I thought trans. Be
No,
honest
no,
with
you weren't being rude. You didn't know.
No, I thought transsexual was somebody who could enjoy sex either way.
No,
that would be bisexual.
That's bisexual or
Yeah.
pansexual.
My. See, I have so much to learn, and it's so much, and I love learning.
That's okay
I-
though. It's
no.
good to ask.
Yeah. Well, I just
It's
always
good to ask.
just thought they confused the transgender with a desire for sex, and I don't think that's what it is. It's a personality.
Well,
It's a-
yeah, people do tend to think that it's all a sexual
right.
thing. and,
That's what I was intending to say.
I actually know most of the transsexual folks I have known in my life are actually pretty damn prudish.
Prudish people. Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
No, prudish.
Prudish.
Not British.
Yeah. No, prudish. That's what I mean. So I feel bad for it.
It's not about sex. It's just not about sex. It's about becoming yourself. It's
about enhancing your mental
health. I can't.
Isn't it more of a physical change?
I cannot change. I cannot change my brain.
There you go.
I can change my body.
Yeah.
Right. More of a physical change.
For some it is. Some are in transition, and those that haven't made the transition, if you're true transgenders, I would think would want that. But then not all do, as I understand it. So
not all can afford it. I mean, there's a lot of things that stand in the way.
That's true, baby, because in some states, including Texas, it's not an easy thing to do. And it is discouraged in hospitals. You have to have special arrangements and stuff. It is a whole... That's, these people could not go and just have the surgery one day. Oh, gee whiz, I want to do... No, they have to go through years of psychological counseling to ensure that they're doing this for the right reasons and stuff. And it's not something they do on
although that is changing also. That's called gatekeeping, and when you get a program that makes you jump through a bunch of hoops, based on their opinions as opposed to your reality, it can tend to piss people off quite a bit.
And that's why we
Pepsi Max had made a statement. Where did it go? There it is. I thought transsexual had the operation and gender hadn't. There's a lot of people who have had all their surgeries who will call themselves transsexuals to create that difference, and I don't have a problem with that at all. I refer to myself as transsexual to indicate that difference, but in today's definitions and how words are used, it does not necessarily hold true. There's lots and lots of people who've had all their surgeries and call themselves transgender. And there's people who have not had surgeries or are in process that call themselves transgender. And there's people who have no desire to get surgery who call themselves transgender, which honestly I have a little bit of difficulty understanding, but I am old school and an old person, and I haven't... Well, no, I'm just being honest. There's a lot I don't understand about my own community.
But young at heart.
Hey, John?
Yes, sir, Dennis.
Might want to check Discord.
And no problem, Pepsi Max. I'm open to questions anytime, 24/7. Just ask.
Outstanding. Jen, we're glad you're here. And there's somebody else I want to say is glad is here. Where'd he go?
He just went out.
Where'd he go? We'll see if that happens again. It might be on purpose. For those of you who don't know, in our room right now is one and only Tim Cormall. Tim, how are you doing?
I'm good. Tim.
Everything going good?
Can you guys hear me? I'm trying to figure out if this is working.
It's working right now. I got you. How's everything?
Is my volume too loud, or is it okay?
Your volume's good. We got a little bit of feedback coming from you, but other than that, you're coming in clear.
Let me try tuning it.
All right. For those of you that don't know, occasionally I am on the Tim Cormall Show, and indeed this is Mr. Tim Cormall. He hails out of the swamp, Washington, D.C. He does a podcast with Joseph Santosa, his Ed McMahon of the show, that I thoroughly enjoy every time I get a chance. And Tim, thank you for dropping by, buddy. We appreciate it. Oh, nope, I lost you, Tim.
Is this any better? Are you getting feedback from me or anything?
You're sounding good. Hang on, I can boost you up a little bit from my end. 1 second. All right, let's try that again.
I'm boosting I'm playing with my volume here. Input volume.
You're playing with your what, Tim?
Input volume.
Oh, okay. You went out there for a minute. I didn't know what you were doing.
Is this okay, or is it too quiet?
No, it's a little too quiet.
All right, how about now?
There you go.
Perfect.
There you go. That's perfect. Tim, how's everything going with you? How's everything in... Oh, are you in D.C. or are you up in Pennsylvania?
I'm up in Pittsburgh.
Up in Pittsburgh right now. Tim is getting ready to retire and hit the good life.
Well, about 3 years.
Well, plan ahead, buddy. That's what he's doing. Smart man. I thoroughly enjoy. You want to tell people where they can find you real quick, Tim?
Yeah, well, our website is timcoramal.com. That's where I post the shows, but we're also available in all the podcasts, Google Play Store, the Apple Podcasts. We're on Stitcher if you like to stream that way. And yeah, so we
Yeah.
do the shows on every Sunday, or most Sundays. Every once in a while we take a Sunday off, but for the most
Yeah,
part,
slackers.
yeah, we're
No, Tim puts on a show every week, and we're glad he does. Another voice out there in the liberal community, the Democratic voice that's trying to sound the alarm every week, baby. And so yeah, I'm tickled to death. How's Joe doing?
I think he's doing all right. He was, you know, on Kenny Pick's show last night.
Kenny Pick, Turn Up the Night. You could find him, I know, on Facebook, but you could find him on where? Netroots Radio?
No, Kenny's on Intermedia Weekly.
Intermedia Weekly, I'm sorry. Yeah, Kenny Pick, Turn Up the Night. These are shows, commentary going on all the time. A number you could even call in, I believe, and say hello. Right?
And John, well, they're doing Discord now, so they're not doing Skype anymore. So
Oh, they switched over to Discord?
yeah, they're doing Discord now.
Oh, so you could find it under Kenny Pick, Kenny Pick,
It's under Radio
Pick of the Night
for,
with Kenny Pick?
It's under Radio for Humans International.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Radio what?
Radio for Humans.
For humans. All right.
Yeah. No dolphins allowed. That's just-
Somebody else started Intermedia Weekly a number of years ago.
Oh, I see.
He got tired of doing it, handed it over to Kenny, and so Kenny and Adam.
Oh.
And they've been trying to figure out a rebranding, so they came up with Radio for.
Oh, Radio for Humans. I've only been on Kenny's show one time. Of course, it conflicts with mine. Where usually, with me doing a show every day and the live's going 3 times a week. A lot of times I don't get the opportunity to go visit shows. The ones I do get to go on, Tim Cormal show and the Bob Kincaid show, I'm just tickled to death every time I get an opportunity. So
John, I have you scheduled for this Sunday.
do what?
I have you on the schedule for this Sunday.
Oh, I am? Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be on the Tim Cormal show this Sunday. As soon as Tim posts it, I will put it out there. I do. I always look forward to it, not only for the good conversation and the laughs. I really look forward to Joe's clown car every week. It's just something I like to play off of. I like to play with him on it, and I hope he takes it in the good spirit it's meant.
Tim Cormal, I sent you a little note in the show discussion if you want to check that out sometime.
Oh, sure.
There you go.
I enjoy listening to your show, Tim.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Tim?
You know, I started my original first podcast I started in 2006 was a music show, and I was I started interviewing different musicians, and then I just kind of started getting tired of doing it. It was getting harder and harder to book people. So then I started a personal podcast. It was originally called There Are Some Who Call Me Tim, which was a takeoff Holy Grail. And then I ended up renaming it. I ended up starting talking about politics. And so I think it was around 2008. I renamed the show to the Tim Cormal Show, and I started bringing guests in, and we started talking politics. And my first co-host was a gentleman from Chicago by the name of Dave Von Ebers. And Dave was a lawyer, and so we had a segment for him called Dave's Legal Corner, where he would talk about legal things that were in politics and the news. And then he unfortunately had to leave the show after a couple of years, and then that's when I invited Joe, who was one of our frequent guests, to take over as co-host. We kind of became more of a comedy show than we talk serious issues, but we like to make it fun. And also, I always when I started doing it, I decided I didn't want to be the show that brings big people on,
right?
Because we hear them on Stephanie Miller, we hear them on all French, all those people. I wanted to bring on people from everyday life, just like me
and me,
and I wanted to hear what other people who were just average citizens, and how these things that we're talking about affect them, and we laugh and cut up and talk about things, so
There you go. You know,
Just hope.
it does. You know, I've been on there lots of time where the conversations go serious, and then we're all laughing our ass off about something else. So yeah, it's a pleasant mix of informative news and entertainment.
Yeah, and my co-host Joe, he writes a segment every week we call the Clown Car of the Week.
Right.
It sort of morphed into that, and I'm lucky he's a Photoshop expert. Of course, he's retired, so he bought Photoshop, and
Yeah, let's
he
face it. Joe sits around on his ass all day and does this. Okay, we got it.
he had the time to go through the 13-hour tutorial of Photoshop.
There you go. Yeah,
And
I'm sure.
he does it really well. So he's really
He
good.
does
so he
indeed.
comes up with a show art for the week for me.
Yeah, that show art tries to tell you a little hint about what that Klein car is going to be about, so you have to kind of try to read into it as much as you can. Where
Yeah, and then
did-
I always name the commercial or name the show from his clown car as well.
Yeah, Joe's an outstanding guy. I just love his humor, and he's very knowledgeable guy too. And he stays
he-
on top of his shit.
Yeah.
You know.
And well, if you have any questions about unemployment, he worked in the unemployment office for 32 years in Pennsylvania. So
Well, there you go. He might have to start his own podcast on how to do this.
well, they're so desperate for people, they're bringing back retirees. So
Boy, howdy. Well, you know, retirees, they're old, they're expendable. That's the plan anyway. Kill them off. That way we save Social Security. That's the plan. Evidently, that's Dan Patrick's plan anyway.
yeah, that's just. Well, you know, I mean, we covered on the show, I think about 2 or 3 weeks ago. There was a clip of, I think I forget who the guy was on Fox Business, and he was saying, "Oh, let's just give it to everybody and get over it, and then we'll be back after
yeah.
a month."
Oh, yeah. I don't know if that was Kudlow or, you know, Kudlow's into this. Let's put everybody back to work. You know, it's the whole thing.
So it was Rick Santelli. That's
Rick Santelli? There you go, Dick Santelli. Well,
Dick
well
Santelli.
Tim, I'm glad you made it in. We've already gone way over where we're supposed to be. So I guess we're going to go ahead and call it a night. But, man, I'm so glad you're here this evening, and I will be tickled to death to be there on Sunday. I'll be looking forward to it. So, Tim, thank you for coming by, bub.
yeah. Thank you for letting me come in the room for a
Oh,
little bit.
yeah.
I was just,
Anytime.
Thank you from the Blue Dots.
That's it.
what'd you say?
He said, thank you from the Blue Dot. Go ahead, Tim. Keith.
Yes, indeed. Thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate your show.
There you go.
Appreciate you guys. I watch your videos while I'm shaving in the morning.
Yeah. Tim is so Tim parts on his show. He puts a little segment out there called John Burdeville's Rant of the Week, and so on every show that on a lot of his shows, he plays a little section of my rants. So I appreciate that too, Tim. It you know.
John, can I see if my soundboard works with this?
Go ahead.
I'll give you the rant theme.
Oh, there it comes.
You shut the hell up!
Hey, Donnie.
How would you like to suck my balls?
There you go, Donnie boy. How would you? That's the way Tim leads into my rant of the week, and I enjoy that every time he does. I get a chuckle out of it. He plays that little thing right before he plays my rant, so that's how he leads into it. Tim, I got to get me one of those soundboards like that. That is so cool.
Well, we have the soundboard thing, but we got way too many things hooked up to this tiny
Yeah.
laptop, and I have to switch the cables out from the soundboard to the laptop,
Yeah,
and
we
whenever
got-
we got to do that.
We got to get more shit, I
So,
guess.
yeah, a second computer would be wonderful.
We're going to have to get another computer, I guess.
Program called Sound, and it gives you virtual carts, and you drag the sounds on, and when you click on them, they play like
What?
What the what? What is that?
Yeah, I got actually an app on my iPad, which I didn't expect to be as good as it is, and that's how I open up with the music. But whenever Dad wants to play video clips or something on the computer, I have to unhook my iPad from the board and hook up the laptop, because for some reason OS X does not want to have direct audio go from the computer out to OBS or out to the mixer. So yeah, it's trying to find compromises here, there, and everywhere.
We just got everything plugged into that one Mac, and it's overtasking it, I believe. Anyway, I guess we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for the evening. Again, thank you very much to Tim Cormal. Keith, we appreciate you being here. Jen, always a pleasure, baby. We always appreciate your voice in here.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. One of our moderators, along with Dennis Valadez. Buddy, we're glad you were here. Take care of yourself up in San Antonio. Budman, thank you, Bub. We always appreciate your voice in here.
It was good.
And Bill Jones, always glad to have you in here. Stimulate the conversation, baby. And
No worries. How you doing, buddy?
we're all doing fine. Benjamin Stroud, thank you very much. Always add to the conversation, and we
Thank you,
appreciate that.
everyone.
And our own Bernadette, another one of our moderators. We appreciate your voice, baby. And y'all don't remember, if you need some Pre's Trees, check her out up in the Blue Room. She'll.
Oh yeah, it
she'll-
works. Guaranteed it works.
There you go. Check her out in the Blue Room. Anyway.
Another great show, John. Thank you so much, buddy.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you. We appreciate it tremendously. My voice, just like Tim Cormal and others, Bob Kincaid, Kenny Pick, Leo Sahaki, Randy Kervin, all these voices, Velda Snyder, John Heron, that tries so desperately, Joe Sherwood, to get the voice out, get their voice out, get their opinions out. They're only doing it to try to remind you of the importance of the times that we are in. And so give them an ear, give them a listen, and all that kind of stuff. In the meantime, we'll see you later. Tomorrow is, tomorrow's Thursday. We'll be here for a Blue Dot family meeting tomorrow night. So y'all come by. We did tonight to make up for our Blue Dot meeting on Tuesday. I always told y'all if I missed something, I make it up. So that's what we indeed did tonight. I enjoyed the conversation so much. Y'all say goodnight to the family. That's y'all.
Good night, family.
There
Good
you
night,
go.
family.
There you go.
Good night, everybody.
So y'all take it easy, and until tomorrow, take it easy. Be kind to everybody you meet, and make the best of the situation we're in, baby. We'll see y'all later.
Good night, John Boy.
Good night, Mary Ellen. Good night, y'all.